the build of a character that honestly anybody that like is coming here often would probably have guessed that this would have come eventually. We're gonna build Jesus. Long story short, the goal here is just to make the lore of the Bible kind of possible through the power that you can have in D&D 5th edition. So if a character would like to make the son of a carpenter that is not really his son by blood, that his mom got a baby but never had sex with a carpenter before, that would get some power from a heavenly source and would be able to do pretty much everything that Jesus did in the story. We're talking multiplying food, we're talking healing the sick, people that had like even the worst sickness of the time, bringing back people from the dead, and I think that's pretty much the list of like being able to survive 40 days and night without eating. Like, if we want to make all of this in the desert and everything, we just need one class. It's the easiest build we came by for now. Tell me if there's something that I've totally missed in the miracle that he does. But at some point, the only thing we did not add into it is the fact that he comes back himself from the dead. So it's the fact that he comes back himself from the dead. But I mean, at that point, you take the same thing, you reach level 18 and you decide to take wish, and you wish for you to be able to come back from the dead, or you start building yourself some simulacrum. So that's the late game anyway of Jesus. It's not happening during its life. First off, minor thing, the whole concept of Jesus is a guy that is extremely pacifist, extremely supportive, do not want to like hit people or hurt people. So even though we go for a race that is like usually known to be very damage oriented, it's not a class that is known to be damage oriented, it's not going to be the case. You want to play this guy as a pacifist, you want to play this guy as a pure support to some point. We might take one damaging spell if like in the story you feel like the wrath of God would have fallen to him. Most of the time you would like pretty much try to avoid using it. Here we go. We start with a protector as a mark. Why? There's a few sequences in the Bible where they basically like feel that there's like the wing of an angel around him. The guy send out that wave of being from a higher point of power. So here it's going to be represented by the fact that a part of its blood comes from a celestial entity. God, you know? That gives him dark vision, celestial resistance, healing hands, light bearer, radiant soul. He can already heal. It's kind of decent. And he gets +1 wisdom, +2 charisma from that race. I would not put wisdom on a usual build that I would do for the class that we go for, but it's Jesus. The guy kind of knows some stuff about religion. He's not acting like he knows nothing around that. We will have forgot to pick some stuff. So we will basically build a sorcerer. That's it. This is as simple as that. We're building a sorcerer, and the sorcerer we're making is a sorcerer's origin of divine soul. His power comes from a bloodline related to the celestial, and that will give him the option to unlock all of the spells that a cleric would usually have. It would be super easy for him then to cast everything that would be super supportive in a way that a sorcerer could do, or in a way that a cleric could do. And the metamagic choice we're going to go for the thing that are like the most obvious, and to be very efficient at healing. So twin spell would probably be a good pick. Empowered spell, just so that you are able to like heal with a maximum amount of HP in it. And I don't think he's more into the distance spell. Extended spell could make sense though for the buff that you will provide. You will go straight for some. You won't fight. You don't even. You could take Warcaster just to get advantage on your Constitution throw. You will go for some ability score improvement to max out your charisma score. I'm just going to make sure that we're not overkilling it. Yeah, we're already pretty much overkilling it. We're going back to class. We took one charisma. We take a second charisma. We need one more charisma, and this thing is maxed. what we could do is, well, put charisma twice here. And, okay. Go back here in feats and take actor. I know this may sound out of place at some point. I swear it ain't. The whole idea here is that he's very much charisma based. He's able to convince a lot of people to just basically do better of their life. So we do this, and what else could we have to make a little more of it? Building Jesus, Ellen. That's what's up. I won't go for lucky. We'll probably just go for ability score improvement, and we'll see how we can optimize that. You do not really need to be super over the top with that, because you're not even going to use him as a debuffer. You're really going to... Oh, cool. You can reach 20. So here you go. You got Jesus. At level 7, the build already makes sense. Like, you get all of what you were looking for at level 7. If you want to make it to level 13, you get the last thing that you couldn't do before that. At level 13, sorry. With a level 7 spell, which is gonna be the resurrection spell that can work a little later. So you will be able to bring back... I don't remember his name. Zaki? We'll be able to bring back the guy from the dead after he spent a few days inside his tomb. So we have that. The ability score spread here is going to be 14 in Dex, 14 in Constitution, 12 in Wisdom, because honestly, he knows a little bit more about religion than most people around him, and 20 in Charisma at the end of the level 13. So eventually you will be able to pump a little bit more into Constitution or Dexterity, depending on what are your need during the game. I feel like my voice is kind of scrambled by that thing. And we will just go to description. We don't change much. We take Acolyte as a background because it fits well. That gives you insight. Your little bit of wisdom will be able to make you know when people are lying to you, unless they're Judas. And you will have to pick medicine just because it fits really much with the idea of him saving people. He does not really use medicine to do that. Why not? As a playable character, Elen, for D&D 5th edition. Just for the fun of the people that would like to play it, you know? And oh, the most important thing that I forgot to show are the spells. We did not take much to fight. Whole concept, I told you, you want to play this thing as a pacifist. You kind of want to encourage people not to fight at some point. You have the charisma to be able to convince them most of the time to just like follow your lead or things like that. But if shit have to hit the fan, you want to have the right spell to just support the people defending you and defending your principle of staying alive, because you want to be able to convince more people to believe in the word of God. So guidance, mending, prestidigitation. Prestidigitation can make you do a lot of things. You can make water taste like wine. Yep. And that's pretty much one of the miracle covered at level 1. Resistance, spare the dying, so that's if someone can do fall, you can like stabilize them. Thaumaturgy, to be able to have like that extra voice when you have to communicate your idea to a big group of people, like he does a few times in the New Testament. You have bless. Everything here fits. It's all cleric spell. Shield of Fate, Haid, counter spell. This is one of the things that we picked from the sorcerer class, and it's just because it's gonna be like, those words are not gonna help here, Mike. Like, you just shut down the caster in the front row. Create food and water for multiplying the fishes. Tongues, to be able to speak with everyone that would be able to believe. Greater restoration is the point where you are able to survive in the desert without eating or drinking for 40 days and nights. Raise Dead is already a good place to like hold on when you have to fake that you can resurrect people for real. The true resurrection come at resurrection normal come at level 7. Summon Celestial, I don't know, when you have to ask God to help you. Teleportation Circle, because it's supportive, but at some point it's very much to help your group, not to put themselves into danger. Heal at level 6, and Temple of the God for level 7, where you can basically summon a freaking church whenever you need it for a certain duration. That's pretty much it. And in the class feature, One of the nice thing is that it comes with the power for the SMR to already do Cure Light one at a certain level. So you can heal up starting at level, what I think? Just check. You have healing hands for sure. Where do you get your power to naturally cast Cure Wound? Sorcerer's Origin, Divine Magic. Show me. It's okay, it's good. Because you took good as a Divine Magic for your Divine Soul, you get the Cure Wound spell. So at level 1, you're already able to do some small healing, and you're going to be able to scale them up with other spells. And did we pick? I'm not sure. I think we didn't pick Healing Word. If you want to be able to heal people from afar, you could take Healing Word, but most of the people that are actually getting healed in the story are healed when he dropped its N on them. So you could just say that you can't do Healing Word. If you want to pick it, you could also get rid of one of the like late spell and just focus on getting this. The weakness of a sorcerer is actually that you do not get a lot of spell choices, but you can basically cast what you need when you need it. And in that situation, we basically took only supportive stuff in a way to kind of force us to stay in that role of not being an aggressive spell user. There is Holy Light. Is it Holy Light? There's a spell that can let you like summon the power of the light to be able to do damage to people. It's an option if you want to be able to just say that like God is against them. That's pretty much all we went for here. And that's it. That's how you build Jesus for D&D 5th edition. And we still have one free point that's gonna go in nowhere. Wisdom. Because why not? That's it. And welcome in, Biggie. View character sheet. That's it. That's all we had. This is our full character build. If you want to play that, if you want to have 12 armor, never try to put yourself in danger because you are made out of cheese. Do that. Get an armor that you can wear if possible eventually. And you have Jesus for D&D 5th edition. This is not the best character. This is going to be a character that will probably be more fun to play into charisma-based encounters, but still enjoyable to play. And now